Business Radio.
Yo, baby, I'm free. Let me see, baby, I'm free. Me sitting there, quite a worry. He, na quite a worry. Baby, I'm free. Baby, yo, baby, I'm free. Yo, me see, baby, I'm free. Me sitting there, quite a worry. He, na quite a worry. Baby, I'm free. Yo, baby, I'm free. Yeah, me see me do me feel me can't pose me to me punu mu. Me punu yeah, me see me sunu mu. Oh yeah, yo. Yo, me see, baby, I'm famous in a kind of water. He, in a kind of water. Baby, I'm fee. Baby, yo, baby, I'm fee. Yo, me see, baby, I'm famous in a kind of water. He, in a kind of water. Baby, I'm fee. Yo, baby, I'm fee. I am a brand, I'm a bro. Yana me pussy, I'm soon as I need you. It's in the air, the what I see, a better day. Now, yes, I'm a brand, I'm a bro. Yana me pussy, I'm soon as I need you. It's in the end, what I see a better day, now yes, I know. Hey, 5:30, women, I mean, I'm screaming, best no see better me with you, I'm at TP's FM. 5:30, women, I mean, I'm screaming, best no see better me with you. I'm see, baby, I'm famous in the kind of water. In the kind of water, baby, I'm fee, baby, yo, baby, I'm fee. Yo, me see, baby, I'm famous in the kind of water. In the kind of water, baby, I'm fee. Yo, baby, I'm free. Yeah, me say na brand, my bro. Yeah, me pussy, I'm so the side of you. It's the end. What I see, you better day, now you saw what you do. Yo, I'm brand, my bro. Yeah, me pussy, I'm so the side of you. It's the end. What I see, you better day, now you saw what you do. 5:30, women, I'm in the street. Yo, yeah. I watch him, Anne. Okay, AWATCHIMAN is an artist, an upcoming artist, which has at least done something good for himself, and we're still hoping for the best. AWATCHIMAN is an artist that took music professionally, I think, last 4 years, which is by God's grace and by the support of a couple of people, we are still getting to where we are supposed to get. So I think that AWATCHIMAN has done his best as an artist also. So my full name, which is my real name, is Emmanuel Abam. With the AWATCHIMAN, it's Abam Watchman. So Watchman, but the Abam couldn't come inside, so it has to be an A with a WATCH, which is AWATCHIMAN. And with a Emmanuel means God is with us. Watchman means God watches over mankind. So I still feel that it's still my real name, which is AWATCHIMAN. I wouldn't say I'm watching, but the name Emmanuel means God is with us. And apart from God, nobody can watch over mankind. So it's God that watches over mankind. So it still indicates with the same name, which is the Emmanuel. Okay, so starting with it, it wasn't easy to get but it works with the as far as the music gets into their mind, it's very easy for them to mention. But first starting up, it was very like, hey, even to mention the name cry, you are supposed to laugh before, yeah. But now I think everybody mentioned it with a serious face. You can see say you're now there. It's very positive now, yeah. I would say I've been an security guard before. So at first they were thinking say with the Watchman name, was because of my security work. So they could. It wasn't like a funny something though. They felt like okay, already he works at a security. So it was something cool to the news. I explained it to them, and the news said, "Oh, okay, you have a meaningful meaning to the name of Watchman." So they never took it as a play. Okay, so this is it. I felt I've been a person, and I would say, being at school and being with my father when we were kids, you can never be in the room watching television with your dad and maybe talented kids will be. My dad will be like, and you are sitting there, you wouldn't want to do something like this. So I felt like, oh, okay, my dad is that type. If you do something like this, he's gonna get impressed. Aside that, when we go to church, he can, if he's not so, if tomorrow Monday we will be going to school, he can spend all his expenses at church because we are doing a play at church. Yeah, so I felt, oh, okay, he really likes stuff like this, you understand? So I thought, okay, then let me start doing something. So at first I started doing, I used to play football, but I felt, okay, this side wasn't my field. So I went to SHS. I felt like, okay, let me start doing something like this. So today now we doing it very positive. So I feel like since then we've been doing music till now. Yeah, as an upcoming, we've always have the challenges, and so now there are still challenges we're still facing. But one is to get an investor just to support the movement isn't an easy something because there's a perception like every upcoming, most people are ungrateful. So investor feels say, okay, what if I come to invest in such person? Maybe later in future, he might. That has been a challenge. And maybe like some artists wouldn't have done that, but because it's already there, it's making some of us like it's making the work very hard for. Yeah, but we are also trying our best. And as I'm saying, I have a couple of friends who are had some supportive mindset, so that we are still doing it. Okay, I would say it wouldn't be an now everybody it's a manager something. You wouldn't get the artist personally unless it could be say okay, you've been at a show, you've seen the artist, you talk to him isn't like going on the rightful way, which is seeing his management. And so I wouldn't blame any person maybe I've reached to and maybe haven't gotten a response yet. So I understand that. If I'm not supposed to mention names because if I do that, it like maybe the person couldn't. It isn't like that's what I'm saying is that it isn't the artist's fault. So if I'm to mention it, maybe somebody might feel say maybe I understand the game now, so I understand say that isn't none of the. At first, I would have felt say, oh, why I've been supporting this so, but now I understand. So no, it isn't his fault. Maybe the manager feels that maybe this time my brand isn't even good for that artist, so I need to work hard. It got to a time I realized, okay, I was working hard and I got connected with these same people. At first I was thinking, say maybe it wasn't. So I think that the more I work hard, it will get to a time it wouldn't even be like say I would have to even get so it's on me to work hard, present myself very well, and definitely we're gonna work together. So the biggest artist I would say is I've been an inspiration of Kwade, Okomfo Kwade. Yeah, he's a legend and he has been somebody I've been looking up to. But I think say we're still working on some stuff. I have a new sound called Jenny 25. It really fits his brand, and I feel say it very positive. That's why I'm saying say it isn't the artist's fault. You have to be in a process with his management to get. So I feel say yeah. Aside that, there are other artists, big artists like the Quakeses, yeah, the Wallis, the Stone Boys, the Sarkot, yes, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I wouldn't say I am the biggest because we have other artists. It's a supporting something. I can't do everything alone. We have people that have paved ways already doing their best. So I would say so okay, this artist has done some this. So we've all added up something and I think say we putting up Kaswa to the top. Oh.
that I'm trying to say is that we're doing the music for the fans. So maybe this question is supposed to be answered by the fans. I feel say. Okay, so I would say the music. At first, I was thinking, say, doing music, you just do the music, it gets to the street and boom, you've blown. I didn't know, say, no, you are supposed to be paying for some things, even to come to Echo to Top like this. It, if not Echo to Top being like, oh, AWATCHIMAN, you've hold me down. But I'm supposed, some places we, as an upcoming, we are supposed to pay to get even interviewed. So I feel say, okay, Echo to Top has been supportive. And I know some places I'm supposed to pay to get, you understand? So being a single artist, which I don't have any huge management supporting apart from my friends being like, okay, if you're going to this place, let me hold you down. Since we can't follow up, you should take this and do that. I think financially, there are more, even our video shoots, studio recordings, you understand, there are the personal challenges. And doing music and working, sometimes it's something very difficult to because when you're working, it's very hard. Maybe Echo to Top would invite me. Echo to Top is a huge place I'm supposed to come, but maybe the work I'm into, they would be like, if you come, we are going to deduct from your salary, and maybe, yeah, if I'm going to compare, I'll be like, maybe that would be like, then let me relax because I've been at first doing the security work, that was my challenges. So it got to a time I felt like, okay, let me try this time. Let me stop the work and pay attention to the music. I feel that was my biggest risk, I would say, because I'm that type, no matter how it is, I cannot call a friend and tell, say, yo, I'm going to this place, you have to support me with the transportation, you understand? I feel like, no, I need to work, but this is what I've chosen. And this also needs only, if you are doing this, you are supposed, unless maybe you have your personal work doing, and you have an advantage, because if it's your personal work, you can come in. But if you are working for someone, there sometimes people that has even hold we down, like program organizers that has hold we, they feel say maybe coming on top now, and they feel say, oh, nowadays we call a watchman and he doesn't want to come, but maybe he doesn't know, say, because of work. That has also been some challenges. Some organizers and maybe some people feel say we've not even gotten there, and we are trying to even ignore them at this time. But personally, they don't know, say, maybe this is what has been our personal challenges. So I feel say, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Say I have a couple of team, which is Team AWATCHIMAN. They are my boys. They've been holding me down ever since. If not them, like maybe I've stopped the music, then maybe started my work once again. So they've really hold me down. I'm supposed to mention their names, but I know sometimes definitely you mention a name and not intentionally, mistakenly, you wouldn't mention one, and maybe, but they are all Team AWATCHIMAN, and I feel that they will be appreciated. Yeah. Maybe I have someone, maybe we doing everything. She's also part of the man, like my team AWATCHIMAN. So apart from she being, let me say, I would say she being my woman, no, she has been supportive too, because it wouldn't be an easy thing for most of the girls. They wouldn't even beat up, because they feel that you will go for a show and these girls will be like, but she isn't like that. So I feel that, yeah, she's very dope. Yeah, if you want Sarah, shout out, yeah. Okay, I would say maybe I would say my family doesn't even know, say, if not today, they didn't know, but they know, say, okay, do it. They know the music is paying. They know it that way, but they don't know, say, maybe I have these personal challenges. But even though we still doing things, it's surviving there, so they know, say, okay, it isn't like maybe he stopped the working. No, because I feel say maybe even if I go call any of my parents and be like, yo, mommy, I need something like this, and they'll be like, doing music and isn't paying, and every mother would, and of course every father would want his child to be a doctor. So if you doing music and you're not getting paid, then you'll be calling up to call like, mommy, I need maybe something like this. She will feel like Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. You understand? So I don't want to stress them with that. But I feel say now, no, with my people, no, I would say okay, I would cope with that, but we still need investors to come in to support this movement. Very, we have the things to put out just to do whatever it is to get, but so we need people definitely. I would say with as an upcoming, most times with the performance we have no issues like that, because most times we the artists cry even some, okay, now no, I don't do that, but at first we are supposed to even beg for that. Yep, at first you are supposed, because you just want to sell yourself out and but now no, sometimes we this work has been like a supportive something. If you're an artist and I'm an artist, you're doing your show, I'm to support. But if it's an organizer hosting a show, it's very different. With that one, I'm supposed to charge you, and you are to pay me. So, but sometimes they feel like you've not gotten to that place and you want to charge me, then I wouldn't. So if you're not gonna do, then okay, then me too. From pulling up from the place I am to the place you want me to come, maybe you might think so, okay, AWATCHIMAN, the way maybe AWATCHIMAN has dripped, he might have too much money to pull up to North to come and perform. But from here to North wouldn't be a small transportation, you understand? But the person will feel so, we've had, like, we've done things before way back here, so you should just pull up from here, you understand? So I think that has also been something like. Yeah, so my first song was, I would say it was a dancehall song, which was, see them somewhere 2014, 2015. I would, maybe the fans really loves Wine Mommy, so I would say that is my hit, yeah. Okay, you sometimes an artist, it works with the beat. We have a sound maybe in your current situation, you are supposed to do a sound concerning your current situation. There would be a sound like, now that we are in a politics time, which is vote, you can a decision something, you feel like, okay, this time, let me do this. So I feel with the Wine Mama, so now I feel so maybe Wine Mama hasn't been like something I would remember, but sometimes it works magically, like, yeah. So I feel say, yeah, personally it's even because I would say that at first I didn't even wanted to promote Why Mommy much, because I have a style of music I personally like. So I was thinking, say, this is what I like, so I should be doing this. But I went out and the audience were like, yo, this is what they want. So I realized, oh, okay, this is what. So I feel say, yeah, Why Mommy has been their favorite every time. Okay, I would say that has been my brand ever since. And personally, I've wanted my face to be like this in the cameras. After doing everything, I just want to be like a normal person outside. So sometimes, if I'm not on my cap like this and I'm in town, I feel comfortable, because sometimes I'm that shy type. I don't want you to see me in town and be like, yo, I watch my hair. So I feel like, okay, if I'm like this in the camera, it's cool. But when you see me in town and I'm no more in the cap, you understand? Doing the security, it fit the brand, which is the way already the people realized, okay, a watchman, okay, watchman. So it look and I feel like it looks aggressive. We listen, we don't judge. Okay, so this is it. I think my school time, I've been a person, I've never liked school like that. I didn't like school because the way we had one teacher, Charlie, the teacher likes to cane too much, and personally, I'm not that type. I've wanted to learn, but my parent, since I am the firstborn, so they wanted me to be very serious. So this is it. I've been going to school, but I wouldn't go to school. Yeah, they will have. Of course, yes, we are not supposed to judge. Yeah, so they are supposed to pay. They will pay everything just to make everything work out for their firstborn to be a doctor in future. Not lucky enough to be. There was a pastor that was close to my dad. He told my father, "I'm gonna be a doctor in future." And you know how it works when today's pastors would make parents feel like, oh, you will be a doctor in future. So even if we are hungry in the house, my daddy would still have to buy a science book for me to learn just to be a doctor. So doing this thing, I feel like they think that every time I've been going to school till they realize I've stopped school like maybe almost a year not going to school, and no and no one even knew about that till one time there was a woman that stays around, I think our area. So the woman saw me and was like, "Hey, I've been seeing someone like you, but I never thought it was me. But this time, dear, so why didn't I?" And they know, say no, my parents wouldn't let me. No matter how it is, they wouldn't sack me for school fees. So how come you didn't go to school? And so like, they came to tell my parent, and my parent like, for real. Okay, they went to the school and they asked, they said, we thought Imakra stopped school like a year now, so so I feel like that has been my worst ever something like yep. So but all that I was trying to let my parents understand, say with the school they should at least take me to a place, maybe learn up like some handwork, but they felt like, no, you are the firstborn, you are supposed to be. And the pastor too were like, yo, oh, they obey a doctor, so I'm supposed to be a doctor, no matter how it is, I should be the doctor. And now I'm an artist. So yeah. so the first one is, how many bottles of drink gingers you? Okay, so
Oh, that was an easy one.
really,
Okay, you picked your lucky, you picked the easy one.
okay, so I would say I've trained myself in a way, say I wouldn't have to take something to perform, because I would say at first I'm that shy type. And I was training on myself not to have to take something before I would perform or do something, because if I'm going to do that, that means it's going to happen till forever. So I actually trained myself. My favorite something I've been drinking is Origin beer, and yep, it's apart from Origin beer, I don't take any Origin beer. So Origin beer, and I would say I can take maybe like six, but oh yep. This one like this, maybe even when the interview comes out, I have people that are going to comment maybe I did mistake with a six, and yep. With Origin, because of that, personally, we even had a deal. Origin company even realized how I liked Origin, to the extent that we nearly got a contract with them till the agency. You know how some agencies works. Yes, so we still working on. So I think there may be 6 bottles.
They should give you 4 cases.
And so I think that only, but it doesn't gingers me to perform. It doesn't, like my personal it's Origin beer. Yep. It's
So when you
there.
perform, you don't take any.
No, it's something natural I do. And even when I drink Origin to perform, it isn't because of the performance. Yeah, I've already trained myself in a way I'm not supposed to take out something before I do that. So if I drink, it's because I'm out there, it's a pub, so you're supposed to drink out something, you understand? Yeah. So okay, so I would say in future, no, since I've been a security guard before, I would want to open up something like that, like have a company, being agency, you understand, and when I used to be a security guard, there were some challenges that they weren't doing for us personally, and I feel like that isn't an easy something that you would have to take somebody's child out there with no gun, with no whether I'm not being trained though, but I'm not supposed to say because of that every security is guard is supposed to take a gun, but at least a supportive something, not because I was a night guard and being at places, being at the bank, being at different locations. I feel like there are something in future I would want to come and do so that it will help maybe the youth. Aside that, big plans, like you understand, yeah. And so that was when I realized, okay, it is God that watches over mankind. And I felt like, oh, okay, God watches over mankind, which is the watchman. It happened at different locations, but not at my location, because I've been doing this security work for like 8 years. I did that for 8 years, and I've never had a challenge like, okay, even maybe an house help or any person took maybe something from the place. Yep. So for my side, and it happens in different locations, but not my place. So I feel like maybe the name Watchman was reflected. Was working
So you never
spiritually through God. Yeah, you understand. When people were crying for me, like, hey Charlie, this work dear, you have to, I'm like, this same work is the work. Whenever that was I would say my happiest work I've ever done in my life was that was what I'm gonna say. Because doing that work, even to stop the work to come do music, it took me like almost a month thinking, do I really want to stop this work? Because this work really made me knew who I was, because I will have to be alone at the location. So that was when I was rehearsing even much. Because when I'm with my friends, I don't even get time for myself, like, you understand. So being at my post, so I feel like, okay, so I'm like, even I promised myself, like, even in future when I blow crowd, I'm still gonna do skill. That was kids time. I feel like that was when being that alone, was making me feel like, okay, this is who I am. I'm not supposed to step on someone. I'm not supposed to do this. Since I'm here alone, you see, nobody is here to say, I've gone to say something about this. You understand? So I was realizing, oh, okay, if you are lonely at times, it helps in some ways being. So yeah. So I feel say it's very positive, because it talks about the current situations, which is everybody, no matter how even rich you are now, Krampon, you have a past life. You've wanted something and you never got it, till maybe you worked hard to get it. So I feel the song is an inspiration, something. No matter whoever you are, you have a side in that story in the music. I feel like, yeah. I would like to thank Echo to Top personally, and also to my people who have been supporting Team Watchman. Aside Team Watchman, every member personally, maybe I might not know out there. I have people doing the work truly for me, and personally I haven't even met, and I would say I really appreciate everybody, my producer, like my video directors, and everybody. I think I'm very thankful.